Hey, what's up, everybody? Video 44 coming at you with another video. All right, so Lakers are rumored to be interested in acquiring Bradley Beal. Now, the thing is, Bradley Beal just signed a contract. It's max, and the Lakers obviously only have Russell Westbrook to offer. Because from what I understand, the other news is the Lakers are not interested in trading Anthony Davis. That is not a part of their plans. So they want to bring them another max contract player and probably in the place of Russell Westbrook. So if it ain't Kyrie Irving, essentially they're going to say, okay, let's try to shift to Bradley Beal. I think it's a wonderful idea if you're trying to preserve LeBron James and Anthony Davis's tenure. I think it's a good idea because I don't really see a whole lot of options for us to bring a player that can make us that much better. Um, Within reason. Obviously, you can go shoot for the moon, but nobody's gonna give you that. But if the Washington Wizards want to reset their timeline, um, and get his money off the books, they know that Russell Westbrook, somebody who excelled in their situation, they can have him expire and have that 47 million available to them if they want to go that route, and probably a couple picks from us. Um, so I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not for it, but I almost look at it as if it's a decent plan B for Kyrie Irving. And the way I'm looking at this situation is if we can get Bradley Beal and somehow Kyrie Irving ends up a free agent, we get him for the cheap. Now we got a hell of a team. You know what I mean? And that makes it worth it. If we can swing it a way to get more than just Bradley Beal coming in. See, the key is to all of this is to make us good enough to win a championship this year. So whatever the hell we're about to do, if it doesn't absolutely do that, I don't believe it's worth it. I do believe going forward and blowing this thing up is a wiser organizational decision. But the way the Lakers look right now, and as bad as they look right now, I can totally see why Jeannie wouldn't want to do that. And being the fact that she's committed to LeBron James and she's hell bent on making this work with LeBron James, even though his attitude to me seems like he's ready to leave. I just think that trying to get him to feel good about this tenure is short-sighted in the sense that you could do a lot more with just letting him go and starting this process over, given the fact that we're the Los Angeles Lakers and there's a field of superstars who would love to use this team as their canvas. I don't see why we're so hell-bent on making LeBron James' last final years the course that we want to kind of build around. That does not seem like the best course of action for any franchise right now at all in a league filled with young talent. This is why I think it's important that Jeannie Buss get the people that she's listening to away from her so that they can get her in a space where she's confident in what she can rebuild as a Laker owner, because the reality is there's no reason not to be confident that you can rebuild with this team. I think what it is that she's just had so much failure when she took the thing from her brother and when her father passed away that she's probably not confident that she's going to be able to surround herself with people that she can trust that will do the job correctly. And so because she's very much aligned with that kind of mentality, it leaves room for so much that she's not exploring in regards to improving her team. And I just want somebody to kind of get in there and get that message to her so that she can have a little more faith in herself, and from there start bringing professionals to her that can really run this thing. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? There's 29 other NBA owners who are doing that very thing, and they're doing it all right. And they may still have their friends around them, but they're not running the business. And I just think that fans are really asking her to do this for us. And I just don't think she's ready to make that move away from her friends. I don't think you know what I mean? And it's like when people say she's not a good owner, this is what makes her not a good owner. Not her unwillingness to pay money, not her unwillingness to do what it takes to get all that the team would need, but it's just that she just does not allow for the people around her to be away from her so that she can get a different voice in here, which is desperately needed. And I just wish those people would suggest to her that because that is what the franchise needs. You know what I mean? It's like, if people aren't suggesting that, then what is their motive? That is what I would ask as a fan. Because if you're not asking her to fix this, and you don't see that as a path of fixing this, then I'm questioning if your motive is to make this better or to make it worse. She may see you as a friend. I see you as a problem. So I ain't got no trust for y'all. And most of Laker Nation feels the same way. So if it's Phil Jackson, Magic Johnson, Kurt Rambis, Linda Rambis, or whoever else is behind the curtain, a collection of all of them, none of them, I don't know. But we need someone else running this thing. We need someone who is not here, who has never been here, to come here and make it their own, man. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I'm watching Danny Ainge go from Boston to Utah, and he's doing for Utah everything he would have did for Boston. You know, because his interests are aligned with Utah's success. Not because he's in love with Utah, not because he has a bunch of friends there, not because he and Dwayne Wade are best of pals, but because they have their own interests wrapped up in the success of what it is that they're doing, and the owners can trust that. And that's how businesses are supposed to be run properly. The money's supposed to just simply make the money. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to be the wisest person in the room. You hire the wisest person in the room and let them run everything. And if they screw it up, you fire them and you bring another person in to do that job properly. And that's how we need it. So, I mean, I think everybody's tired of this. And the results are showing her that she should be looking for a different path forward, man. And this Bradley Beal thing sounds like people saying, we're still in the room, so this is what we got for you next, Genie. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like the same people are in the background, further suggesting things to do. And I just don't think these things are any good any more than any things they just last asked us to do and that we tried to do that didn't work at all. Tearing it down. Not bringing in old guys like Bradley Beal. Respect to Bradley Beal. The man is old. Why the hell do you want another old player on your team? His own team has had him for 15 years or less, somewhere around there, and they are now ready to part ways with him at the tail end of his career. And your bright idea is to bring him to your situation. Why is this a bright idea? It is not. It sounds like something people who are unwise would do. People who've run this thing into the ground, that is exactly the type of move they would suggest. Like, let's see, it sounds like a good idea to me. Yes, to you, it is. That is a problem. You need to be gone. And that is where we're at. I like Bradley Beal, but hell no, I don't want to get older. I'm not trying to bring Bradley Beal to this situation. For what? So that LeBron James can furthermore feel comfortable around old people? We've done that for 2 years. It didn't work. He had his old, this is the player you were trying to bring to LeBron James 4 years ago. You do understand this is 4 years later, right? I'm just sick of these people. I'm sick of them. Stop being cowards. Tear it all down. Can't you see that's the only thing that's building success for any of these teams is the fact that they did this? Can't you look around and tell that's how everybody is good? Because they tore it down and they built it up, each and every last one of them. And it's like our team is afraid to do so, but we're in the most advantageous position. That's the saddest part about it. It's like you, of all people, should be absolutely confident because everyone's flooding straight to you as soon as they get out of their situations. A guy like Karl Towns can't wait to get out of Minnesota to come down here to play with us. And we're acting stupid like we can't get anybody else to come here, like we're the Indiana Pacers or something. You know what I mean? And you want to be kind, but their frustration will make your language colorful. People are just doing unwise stuff, getting unwise results, and then they want other people's support. And we're supposed to be those other people. And it's hard to support this. And you want to make bad decisions? Do it on your own. Don't ask for my money. That's all I'm saying. This Bradley Beal thing is a bad decision. It's a bad decision, man. Bradley Beal's a fantastic player. He's going to drop 30, 35. We're going to love it. He's going to get hurt. The contract's not going to be as good at the end of it. We're not going to be a champion. This is inevitable. This is how this works. I like Bradley Beal a lot, but he's not going to help your defense. He's going to hit a couple extra threes. We'll get 10 extra wins, and we're going to be lost in the second round, and that is it. This team ain't doing nothing. Is Bradley Beal doing anything for your pace? No. Is he going to make Anthony Davis any less injury prone? Hell no. Is he going to make LeBron James stop doing whatever it is he's doing? No. LeBron James is going to take the same 3 shots. The same 3-point shots he's taking right now are the same shots he's going to take when Bradley Beal gets here. Nothing's going to change. All that's going to change is Bradley Beal's going to have the ball in his hands, taking the shots that he takes, and hopefully it will be enough to help us beat teams like the Utah Jazz. Which sounds insane, but it's the reality. His contract is max, so that means you're taking the salary of Russell Westbrook, which you're so blessed to have coming off your books, and you're saying, nah, I don't want it coming off my books. Give me a contract that's going to be an anchor on my books for the next 3 years. So it matches with Anthony Davis, because Anthony Davis, of course, is the greatest fit with Bradley Beal. Except for the fact that he's literally not. So this is all like just ill-advised, pull a rabbit out of a hat type of, oh, I like that name. Can we go get that guy? I liked him like 6 years ago. Can we get him now? Type stupidity. And I'm over it. Bradley Beal, do everything you can to stay away from our franchise. You don't want to be here, brother. I promise you, these people don't know what the hell they're doing. You're better off in Washington with all that cap space and flexibility. I promise you this. I am serious. Do everything you can to stay away from this place. And Jeannie, please fire Rob. Just do it. Just cut ties. Just do it. Because there's one of two things going on. Either he doesn't have any powers as to which you're wasting your money paying the man. Because everything's funneled through Clutch and LeBron anyway. So why are you paying a GM? It makes no sense. Save your money. Or he's suggesting bullcrap, which is going to further drive us into a hole for which we're not going to be good enough now, and then we're not going to have any assets later as to which we're going to suck this bad and not be able to go get a Bradley Beal. See what I'm saying? Because we're going to give away the 2 picks that it requires to get Bradley Beal. So once you get him, if he busts his knee open or something like that, you're just lost and your team still looks like this with more of an anchor on your salary. You don't want that. These are more problems you're signing up for. No, your headaches go away when you blow the thing up, when you have cap space to help cushion the mistakes that may or may not be made. That's what cap space does. Just in case something bad happens, you have something to fall back on. As long as you continue to pile salary on top of LeBron James, you have nothing to fall back on. Do you know why your team sucks? Because you have nothing to fall back on. Your team is full of players that should be in the G League. That is because you forced all of your money into fewer bodies. That is exactly what you signed up to do, even more so than you already have, by condensing 2 picks and Russell Westbrook into one body. This is stupidity at its finest, because not only is this one body not as durable as Russell Westbrook happens to be, but he's more expensive and anchored on for more years. But he's going to help you with your shooting. You can retrade him for less, obviously. I need everybody who's in there gone, man. Gone. They need to go. They need to go. This is not worth salvaging. You can make it worse, Genie. Whoever's telling you it can't get worse is lying to you. Pouring more money into this is more money burned. It's not gonna... No. Nobody has a big plan. Nobody's itching to give us anything for cost. All of our players are not good enough to trade at cost. So nobody's going to be giving you the big splash that he's probably promising you is coming. We don't have the leverage to do it. So I don't know what Rob is saying is on the horizon, or what he's willing to mortgage to save his job. But that is a bad organizational move to allow him to do that. Okay? He's trying to save his job. So, if he's going to make a splash like this and mortgage our whole future to do that, he's going to see it as a plus. And I'm telling you, you're going to be stuck with the bill. Bradley Beal has injury issues, just like Anthony Davis. I'm 38 years old. You don't want to build around someone my age. And if someone my age is saying I want to play with somebody that I can relate to, then tell them to go to the damn Big 3. Literally. That's where I'm at with it. My level of patience with this franchise and its team, this front office, does not exist. It's gone. It's been gone for a little bit now. They're bringing out these lovely white jerseys, white and purple, and I'm just saying to myself, these city jerseys are good jerseys that we're going to be known for losing it, for sure. Just like those orange Knick jerseys. You'll never see a victory in them. Might as well be Sacramento Kings jersey. Remember those? Yeah. That's how much losing we're going to be doing with them. It don't have to be that way. Well, actually, it does. We're going to suck no matter what we do. But it doesn't have to stay that way. We can do things, lose these same games, and have picks in place to make it make sense. Or at least some picks in place to make us feel like it makes sense, even if it actually doesn't lean upon our success or failure. Which is just part of the plan. When you mortgage everything, you give away any chance of you having any stranglehold on your own destiny as it pertains to those picks. No matter what we do, our losing is just losing, no matter what. But I can tell you this, if we keep throwing stuff into this thing, assuming that AD and Bron are going to just pick it up where they left off 2 years ago, we are going to find ourselves worse 2 years from now than we are right now. And I know people don't really see that coming, but that is exactly how this plays out. If you keep doing the things that we are doing, you are left with even less. Can you imagine? Even less? That's where we're headed because of these decisions that Jeannie Buss and co are doing right now, or trying to do, or rumored to do. I'm telling you, the only thing Jeannie should really want is to fire everybody, literally. That's the only thing she should want. She has two very, very valuable pieces in LeBron James and Anthony Davis. You bring somebody in who knows how to get the most for them. I cannot stress this enough. This is the best thing you can do for yourself. You fire that GM and you devise a plan for the rest of the season to get the best possible GM with the intention of trading Anthony Davis and LeBron James at the summertime. You get that person in place. You get them acclimated into all the different things that it has to do, and you have months and months and months to figure it out. You got the rest of the season to figure that out. You have that person in place by May, and they should be ready to make the moves at that time. As to which you reset your entire timeline, draft the picks that you get, and start this process of having your own assets in place to do some good things for yourself. Because if you do not do that, I promise you, what we see right now is just the beginning of the ineptitude that we're going to see this team have from year to year to year to year. My name is BDL44. I thank you all for watching, and I'm out.